Howdy, folks. What's going on? It's Outlaw Hatfield back at you one more time. Ah, Let me get everything straightened out over here, get everything opened up, see what's going on. We got Gizzard out there already. Scott's already out there. Gizzard, you always pop in first or real close to it.
It's because I have no life, really. I just basically live to jump into chats. So
John Z is out there saying no link. I just sent you a damn link.
Who are you talking to?
You.
you,
Why would I say it if I'm here?
Well, that's a good question. Why did you say it?
What are you smoking?
Mm.
what do you got?
Apparently, something not as hard as it should be.
That's that New York
How you
stuff.
doing? Too hotty. What's going on? Oh, guys, how y'all doing? What's new? John, I tried to win you a gun tonight that you could actually have, but
I know you did. Thank you.
oh, you're welcome, buddy. I tried.
I'm just giving you a hard time. That's all.
Well, I'm used to it. I get it from everybody. There's a there's a certain guy out there that you know calls me a hipster. He's always on my ass for something. That's okay. He does it out of love. He knows I got his back.
I can't believe John hasn't hopped a train yet and got the hell out of that city.
I wish it was that easy.
Well, I think John is secretly loving that city. I think that he just complains about it on here to make us think that he hates it.
Oh, shoot, there's other cities. I mean,
Yeah, definitely there are other cities.
Yeah, you could go to Chicago. It's as
Oh,
bad or
Jesus.
worse.
Oh God, no.
Then you could have a gun along with 50 million other people, and you can play shoot each other.
You know what I love when some people say, "Oh, that's the only reason you want to leave New York." I'm just like, no. The cost of living,
The people are idiots.
the quality of life. It's a whole bunch of things.
There's, yeah, you're like me. You can think of 1,000 reasons to leave New York, and all of them are good.
Yeah, you're right.
Trust me, I lived there for, like I've said before, over a year, and I was miserable the whole time.
Well,
Absolutely.
well, again, compared to where you are now, you a hole in the wall here compared to what you can get in other states.
And the price of living there is just so damn high.
Yep.
It is ridiculous, man.
And everything is so fast paced and stuff, and people are so in a hustle and rush to earn a living or to break the law in order to get money and stuff. It's just a different way of life, different thought process.
Yeah, I noticed that while I was there. Everybody's in a hurry to go nowhere because that's how you get there. Slow as shit.
Yeah.
If you're in a car, it takes you 15 minutes to go a mile and a half.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's really, you're better off walking. And that's what most people do. Even on Long Island, a lot of people don't even bother with a damn car. They either take the public transportation or they walk.
Yeah.
So,
Otherwise, because you don't have a car, you can't even get anywhere.
Yep.
I can
And
go
God
to
forbid.
work and not see another car for 2 minutes. And if I wanted to, I could slow down to 40 miles an hour. People might get mad at me, but they'd probably just pull around me and go. I could pull over to the side of the road and look at the scenery, and probably nobody'd say a word. Nobody bothers you.
Well, I just stay on the right side of the highway, so it doesn't matter anyway.
And
The only time I pull over towards the middle is when the on ramps. When I'm passing an on ramp, I pull over. I move to the left, and after the on ramp, I pull right over to the right, so everybody can go past me because you're supposed to pass on the left. So
If
I'm
I
not
want
holding anybody back.
if I want to be someplace where there's no sunlight because of the buildings, I have to drive about 100 miles to find a city that's got buildings up.
I have to take about half an inch step.
Well, it's like that around here. I mean, there's no really tall buildings that I know of in my general area. I guess I could go to Charlotte or Charleston or somewhere like that, you know.
On the
But
other hand, there's no subway, so unless you're lucky enough to find a bus handy, and that's in a bigger city, you probably a foot.
Well, the funny thing about that is the cost of even public transportation here is getting so expensive, and the service is going down.
And the hell of it is, and I don't know about Ellis, but I imagine it's pretty much the same here. If your car broke down and you were on your way to the nearest town and you had a 5 mile walk, I would just about bet you wouldn't get there before somebody'd pull over and offer you a ride.
Yep.
now around here, it's a bit different because you got to remember there are a lot of very rich and very snobby people living around Hilton Head Island. Um, somebody might stop, maybe,
I
but I
guarantee
wouldn't.
you, where I live, somebody would stop and offer you a ride.
But I wouldn't bank on that around here. You know,
And the problem is you have 1,000 people passing you every 10 minutes, and you still
mhm.
wouldn't get somebody to give you a ride.
And the ones that would stop, you
You
might want to
probably
think
don't want to
twice
get
before you
in.
get a car with them anyway.
Exactly.
In fact, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if they wouldn't give you a ride to town and give you a ride back to your car once you got your gas.
Yeah. Now, see, if I was still in West Virginia, I wouldn't even worry about it, dude. Hell, you you get take off walking, somebody's going to pick you up. That's just the way it is. A lot of times, guys that own their own coal trucks, they'll stop, pick you up, give you right anywhere you want to go. But around here or around Atlanta, anywhere in Georgia, it's very rare somebody stop and give you a ride. Very rare. And like I said before, it's you might want to think twice before you get in the car with most of them people anyway, because there ain't no telling what you're getting yourself into. So hitchhiking in this day and age is probably not a wise decision to make.
So
At
how's
least,
everybody's week going?
yeah. Well, I'm off tonight. Going camping again tomorrow. See how that works out. There's a 41% chance. That's what I was doing during that show. I was looking at the freaking weather. Uh, 41% chance of thunderstorms tomorrow, and I'm going camping. So we're going to see how that works out.
We actually got this
Oh,
thing
cool.
called rain tonight, and I think it's the first time in like 3 weeks that we've seen any. It's so dry around here, it ain't even funny.
Well, I'll tell you what, it ain't done nothing but rain around here. I
Yeah,
mean,
same here.
this has been a very, very wet summer.
Just the opposite here. Grass is dead.
Well, if you remember, 3 weeks ago we went camping, and the lake was down a little bit. We went back last week; it was up 4 or 5 feet. And after all the rain we've had this week, it wouldn't surprise me if it was up another 4 or 5.
Oh, did you catch any fish, by the way?
Last week, yeah, we caught a few little bitty things, nothing to brag about. The week before, I caught a couple of nice catfish.
Oh, nice.
Actually, caught one. I actually caught one while I was doing my show. So,
Nice. Yeah, but that was a little one.
well, depends on what you call little.
You got to
Well,
catch a good 30 inch.
I'll take an 8 or 10 pound catfish any day of the week. You know, grant you, I'd love to catch one that weighed 35, 40, 50 pounds, but
Yep, that'd be cool.
yeah. Hey, Tardot, how you doing? Gun snobs up there? Anybody new
Damn
show up?
big fish around here, 35, 40 pounds.
Oh, they get bigger than that in that
Doesn't
lake I'm
it where
fishing
you,
in.
Gary,
They
doesn't it
get
get bigger where you are?
I don't really. Of course, I actually eat the fish I catch, so I don't want anything that big anyway. That's not good eating size.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has come to my attention that 9mm has sent me a message.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, I didn't know she done it until just now, but she did. And she is requesting that I do another one of my conspiracy theory chats. So we're going to have to work one of those in pretty soon.
My
And I do not.
conspiracy.
It would fit in real good with the Alex Jones news today and everything.
Now, what's going on with Alex Jones? Other than they kicked him off Facebook.
No, they kicked him off everywhere.
Yeah, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube.
Everybody.
In fact,
Wow.
he's moved most of his channel over to YouTube, I noticed.
Huh. I didn't know about all that. I knew they dropped him off of Facebook, but damn.
Yeah, they pretty much tried to wipe him out today.
It doesn't that seem a bit suspicious to everybody?
Very suspicious that all those agencies were working together. Yeah.
Yeah, and to all of them hit him on the same day. Come on now. Talk about going against somebody's constitutional rights. He has a right to say whatever the fuck he wants, whether we agree with it or not is a different ballgame. But this is still America. This is still America, and this is still America, and he has a right to free speech. So, and if you're going to have if you have a public platform, whether that platform is Twitter, whether that platform is Facebook, YouTube, he still has a right to say whatever he wants to say. You don't have to like it. You don't have to listen to it, but he still has a right to say it. And if you're going to have to have something like YouTube out there or Facebook out there that claims to be there for everybody, well then, what right do they have to say that you can't come on here with your content? That's bullshit.
And you know what's funny? They all knew already that was the persona he created. And they're still crying, fake news, fake news. Well, it was a persona that he created, and you knew that. So why are you even treating it like it's real stuff? That's what I don't get.
I don't think that's right. I do not agree with some of what he says. He has said other things that I happen to agree with. But the fact of the matter is this. Whether I agree with it or not does not give me or Facebook or YouTube, Twitter, the right to silence him. Not in this country.
Especially when they want the federal government protection.
You know, we can if we silence one person, for getting out there and saying what's on his mind, then what's going to stop him from start doing the same thing to anybody else?
Yeah, they'll be coming after us.
What the? I'm hearing something out of somebody.
No, there's a cute little dog doesn't want to go. Come on.
Now, why are you calling Gary a dog?
Come on.
That just ain't right.
Come on.
Oh, there you go. And I didn't even have any steak tonight.
Call Gary a dog when everybody knows he's a cock. Gary, I'm sorry. You do not deserve that kind of treatment.
You're not sorry. You know you love him.
Yeah, of course I love Gary. Gary's my buddy. But
best cock you've had in years.
What? I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that one. That's just that's just wrong, man. That's just wrong. Hey, we got Mr. White over on the Gun Channel side, guys. Yeah, I have said this before, and I'm going to say it again right now. For those of you who are not a member of Gun Channels, you really need to jump over there and sign up. It is a great platform um, of like-minded individuals. Everybody over there, given the name Gun Channels, of course, is pro 2A. There's enough information floating around over there from different sources about different firearms that any question you have, somebody over there should be able to answer it, especially if it's gun related. Just
Absolutely.
if you're not a member, go over there, sign up. It's free, and I put out a video a while back now. I guess it's been 6-7 months ago, maybe a little longer. Um, because somebody had said something about gun channels being just for content creators. Well, that's not the case. Anybody that wants to help support gun channels or supports the Second Amendment is welcome over on gun channels. It's for anybody and everybody. We have no prejudice over there against anybody. You know,
Even
black, white,
those,
gay, straight, it don't matter. If you want to support the Second Amendment, if you want to know something about firearms, go over there, sign up. We'd love to see you. Jump in some of the panel chats that we have over there. There's a 24-hour live chat going on pretty much all the time. So if you want to get together with other people that like guns, that like firearms, jump over there and don't make the mistake that and think that all we ever talk about over there is firearms, by the way, because believe me, you can jump into one of those chats or just listen to one and you'll hear them talking about guns or reloading or fishing or video games, food. It's just different conversations at different points in times. Guys, give it a shot.
Like, it's open.
Just
Just
give
push
gun
it in.
channels a shot if you're not already there. Let's see. What's Obnoxious saying here? I just got here. Can you restart? No, I ain't restarting. You lost your damn mind. I'm against all censorship. That I agree with. There's no such thing as good censorship. We all have the right to say and pretty much whatever we want. Here's the thing: we have to be willing to accept the consequences of what we say. We have a right to say it, but you have to be willing to pay the consequences for what you say. Yeah, just because you have a legal right to do something doesn't mean somebody down the street ain't gonna knock your head off for it.
That's
You know,
something. That's something the uneducated, ignorant people who would rather give up all their rights don't understand. When they try to silence someone, you still have the right to say whatever the hell you want to say, but there are always
Yep.
going to be consequences to it. They don't even those people who would not even want the Constitution to exist or not willing to give away all their rights. They'll I don't know. There's no there's really no trying to I don't know what to say to that when I hear people try to argue those things like you don't have the right to say this, you don't have the right to say that, and then they try to silence people.
well, that's the thing. You do have a right to say anything you want to say. That's guaranteed in the Constitution. And for an entity such as Facebook to say, no, you can't say what you want to say because we don't agree with you. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sure half of what I say YouTube don't agree with. And they could knock me off here tomorrow. I'd raise hell, but they could do it.
We just find another way to get on here.
Oh yeah, grant you. And, you know, as long as there are people on YouTube or people on Facebook, we'll find a way. You shut my channel down, that's fine. I can make another one. It's not real hard. And I got more than one email address, so
Yeah, I have several.
You know, there's other outlets. I mean, there's GunTube out there. There's, you know, if nothing else, you can go to Pornhub and post your gun videos. And I hate to think that that's where, you know, we have been regulated to the point where we are so far at the fringes of society that we have to start, you know, posting gun videos on porn sites. But that looks like where it's headed.
No, you got plenty of places to post
Well, you got
videos.
GunStreamer,
Yeah.
YouTube, and
Yep.
YouTube, GunStreamer,
GunTube will be there
GunTube.
soon.
Yeah.
Well, GunTube is well on its way. Night Strike has done an excellent job with that. I actually need to start posting videos over there. I've got a few, and the ones I got, he put on there, I think, because I never did it. But see, what I'm worried about mainly is I try not to get too political on my shows. I really do. I like to keep it lighthearted. But every once in a while, something just comes up that irks the piss out of me, and I got to say something. And I got a feeling one of these days I'm going to let my mouth overload my ass, and I'm going to end up getting strike.
I'm trying not to picture what that would look like.
Yeah, well, try real hard. Hey, Philo, how you doing? I don't know, guys. Speaking of that, next week's show, I was going to do it tonight or tomorrow, but I decided to wait till next week because I wanted to get in touch with some people and see if we can get some people on the show. Next week's show, we are going to be discussing mental illness and firearm ownership. You know, it's getting to the point now where I had come across this story last week about some dude. I can't even remember where I seen the story now. Some dude's neighbor in Florida called the law on him. It said that he was acting kind of funny out in his yard or some shit. The law came. They confiscated his guns somehow or another. I don't see how they could have done that without some kind of warrant to begin with. That don't make sense to me. But that was the gist of what I was reading. And when did your neighbor become, you know, a psychiatrist, a doctor that can look at a cop or a judge or whatever and say, I don't think he's sane enough to own a gun? When did we start going down that slope?
That's what those red flag laws do to you, though.
Well, look what happened in California.
Yeah, that whole California thing. I've tried to get information on that. I've tried to verify certain things. And so far I haven't come up with anything substantial.
Gee, they do
Now,
something wrong and they don't publicize it. Wow.
I'm not saying that it's not happening. I'm just saying that, you know, as of yet, I've not been able to verify. And I'm not going to come out here. I'm not going to come out here on my channel and say, well, this is going on, unless I know for a fact that this is going on. You know?
Gee,
hey, Matt, how you doing? Matt, you want a link since you're hanging around?
Get in here, Matt.
Yeah, Matt, come on.
But yeah, next week we're going to be talking about the mental illness and gun ownership. And does your neighbor have the right to, you know, tell the police that they think you're nuts and you shouldn't own a gun?
Well, personally, to me, I think that's like filing a false report.
Well, I would have to agree with you, But if it's going on, then I mean, this is like a soldier coming in from Afghanistan, Iraq, one of these places, and some doctor says, "Well, you've got PTSD. You don't need to have a gun."
Well, no,
Why?
you can't. Well,
Did you
that's
send NEA a
anti-constitutional.
link?
Yes, I just did.
Okay.
And I hear shit like that, and I'm like, why can't they own a gun? Give me. They just went over and put their lives on the line for the country, and they get back, and you're going to tell them, well, you're not sane enough to defend your own life. You can fight for the country, but you can't protect yourself.
Exactly.
That's just bullshit. And then I don't know, but that's what we're going to be talking about next week. This week, we're just going to relax a little bit. And, I want to try to get some individuals in here and that's done some psychiatric work or some psychologist, somebody. Give me a week to do that. Come up with some, doctor, somebody that can actually talk on the medical side of this. Even if it's just, and see if we can come up with any logical solutions. I doubt we can, but we can try. Matt, you got a link.
Zorro's out there.
Hey,
It's
Zorro,
open.
how you doing, buddy? Survival of the fittest. What's going on? Well, we got a few viewers out there tonight, guys. Hey, Matt, how you doing, buddy? It helps if you have your headset on.
It also helps if I turn my microphone on. That's one of the things that makes a difference.
I figured you just got off of your show. You would have your microphone on.
I kick it off as soon as I'm done, so I don't get that fucking feedback when I turn my headset off and get my speakers.
Yeah, I'm not used to seeing you on here after your show. I mean, I'm impressed.
Well, you're welcome. I'll just say that.
Yeah. Well, thank you, sir. Your presence makes my show a whole lot better.
It does. It really does.
It does. Yeah. Viewership will go up 100 times now, just because you're here.
It also gets a lot sexier too. So.
Yeah, if you want to call a middle-aged, balding white guy sexy, yeah, okay.
Most people do. So, but I forgot John was here, so you already had some sexiness going on.
Oh yeah. I got. Not only do I have John here, but I have Gary here, so I've got sexy covered on this show tonight.
Oh yeah, Gary's bringing sexy back.
Oh yeah.
Well,
cock.
I've had the opportunity to meet Gary in person, and yeah, I'm gonna just tell you what, Justin Timberlake got nothing on him.
Ain't no cock like a Gary's cock.
Did it make your sticker peck out there, Matt?
Well, obviously, yeah.
Actually, Gary's not the sexy one. George is the sexy one. George is the sexy one. How's George doing tonight, by the way, Gary?
George is resting somewhere.
Huh.
I mean, it's tough life being a cat.
It's also a tough life being a damn dog. Anybody want a Chihuahua free?
Oh God, no! Please.
Good
No.
God.
Yeah, I need some dog food for my dog. So,
What kind of dogs do you have, Matt?
oh, all kinds.
That scares me.
Should.
That worries me. Oh Lord! So, did you actually buy that Megatron?
Oh fuck no.
Oh, $89 a bit too much for you?
You know what I couldn't believe?
I don't collect Transformers. That's not something that I collect. I have a couple that I've run across from time to time, and that's fine. But
I'm surprised that you don't have a lightsaber in your collection.
no, I am too, and I'm waiting for some company that makes good ones to send me a free one.
There is a cool ass shit lightsaber that there's an ad for on Facebook all the time.
Yeah,
Do you know which one I'm talking about?
yeah, I've watched the videos with them. He's actually banging the top of a table with it to
And
show
it's
you it won't
making
break.
the sound, and it doesn't break, and it's got this little like little diode you put into the saber. I don't know if that's a battery or what, but it is cool as shit.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. When you get something like that, would you want something that was an original design, or would you want something that was a replica of like Luke's lightsaber or Darth Vader's lightsaber?
Well, of course, the original design is always better, but if you can get something cool still, I mean,
I
there's
want Luke. I want Luke's lightsaber or Darth Vader's lightsaber for me.
Okay, but which Luke's lightsaber? He had what, two?
I want. Yeah, is it the first? It's the second one. The second one is Luke's. The second one is the better one. The one that looks like it's got a radar dish at the end.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I like that one better for him. I could give a shit about the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber that he had at first. Darth Maul, fucking best lightsaber ever.
I still like Mace's lightsaber better than
I think for me it goes Luke's second lightsaber with the radar dish at the end, then Darth Maul, then Darth Vader, then the one that was Anakin's that he had for the first movie or two or whatever it was. The first two movies. That's the one I liked least. I could give a shit about that one.
I got a question.
That Luke got his ass kicked in every lightsaber battle he's ever been in. So
I got a question for you guys now. Darth Maul, was he wearing a skirt, or was he was wearing those pants that looked like a skirt?
no, he didn't wear a skirt. He had pants on.
So he was wearing a skirt.
He had and then he had this vest thing. It wasn't a full upper body thing, but he had a vest that came down and then kind of shot out at his hips.
That's the one you're talking about there, right, Matt?
Yeah, that I love that one.
Yeah. I love that price too.
I don't love that price. Fuck that. I'm a cheap ass.
Is
Yeah,
that the
I know.
one? Is that the one they advertise on Facebook?
No, this is a Saberforge. This is one of the better companies. There's 2 or 3 companies out there that specialize in making lightsabers. Some of them are custom jobs. Some of them are like these here. These are all custom, I think. Click on that one. See, I like that. I think that's just cool as shit.
Yeah, that is
But
pretty cool.
yeah, I'm not sure how functional, as let's say you and a buddy got out in your yard and started slapping them against each other. How well they'd hang up to that.
And see, that's the thing, right? Like, are you? So with the custom stuff, I get why you would want to buy one and have it be all custom for you and that kind of stuff. If you do the little cosplay shit and whatever else, right? Like, I don't crap. I want something from the fucking movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's why I've got fucking Lucille from Walking Dead, and I've got the fucking Han Solo's blaster and all that other shit. Like I can make all kinds of shit for myself, and collect that stuff, but that doesn't mean shit to me. So I understand there's some people, and it's just different levels of fandom, right? Like some people get into the fandom with the lightsabers and go, I want to, my way of showing my fandom is that I get into it and I love the, make it, showing how I want my own lightsaber. And some people are like, no, I want the shit I saw in the movie. And that's me. I want the shit I saw in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Count Dooku's saber. I thought that was cool as shit.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I like the way that little bend it had in there. I just thought that was cool as shit. Yoda's saber was interesting looking.
Yeah, it was cool. It's tiny. So
Yeah.
Well, he's tiny.
Yeah, no, and that's the point, right? Like he had a little teeny tiny little lightsaber, which is cool. Works perfect for him.
And that was the thing about the Jedi. They designed their Jedi their lightsabers to fit them.
Yep.
There wasn't a one size fits all deal. It was, you know,
Yeah.
that's why
And so
the
that's
big deal was making them yourself.
Yeah, there
And
was
that's
no
why I can
judgment, no matter how little you were.
Yeah, so that's why I can understand the people who get into it and want to make their own custom lightsaber. Makes perfect sense, and I like it. I think it's cool. It's just if I'm ever gonna pick one up to display or whatever, I could give two shits if it's some quote unquote custom thing. I want something from the fucking movie because that's where I come from. You know what I mean? That's the fandom area I'm coming from. I'm not trying to make something that's mine like a lot of people are. I want, a little radar dish lightsaber or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Well, see, I'm like you. I'd like to have a lightsaber myself. But I'll tell you what, I'd like to have a replica of Boba Fett's blaster. I love that rifle. I can't remember the name of it right now. But I love that thing. I've always thought that was one of the most iconic weapons in Star Wars universe was Boba Fett's rifle. And I think he's the only one that carries one like that. Just like Han Solo's the only one that carries his blaster.
Yeah.
Hell, I wouldn't mind having one of the Stormtrooper rifles. I thought those were cool. And
well, don't people make ARs to look like the Stormtrooper rifles now? They're all white and stuff.
A little bit. Yeah, it's hard to do, but I mean, the most accurate one I've seen is that, and we talked about it on my chat tonight. That fucking airsoft one.
Yep.
Yeah.
If they make that airsoft one, it looks exact. I'm telling you what, man. And again, I've never gotten into airsoft stuff, but with what those guys do, from the different companies, I mean, this blaster I've got fucking looks exactly like that fucking gun.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing a lot of people don't get about the Star Wars guns. Most of the guns that you see in Star Wars were actually real guns that they've modified to look like something completely different.
And that's the thing, right? Like, so when they were shooting Star Wars, they had all these old guns laying around, old milsurp guns, and they just modified them to fit what they were doing. And nowadays, you look at the stuff like Han Solo's blaster was a C96 Mauser. That gun's worth fuck tons of money. At the time, they didn't give a shit. Back in 1976, they didn't care. They found an old C96 Mauser that at the time didn't mean anything to them, wasn't worth anything, and they just fucking started making it look like a damn futuristic blaster, right? Like that. But the old guns back then were based on real shit. Those were guns that they modified. They just found whatever they could get a hold of cheaply, and it so happened it was the muzzle brake on the damn Blast Tech DL-44 Han Solo gun. That's from what is it, the MG? Was it the MG-44? I think they found. Those were real guns that they just attached real parts to, and they made it work for the movie because at the time that's what it was. They didn't give a shit that a C96 nowadays in 2018 is worth a fuck ton of money. They didn't care. Back then it was like, oh, well, this is what we have. Let's make it look like a fucking sci-fi gun.
And they did. And they did a good job.
Yeah.
The sad part is they hacked up those firearms that could be worth so much more money today.
Oh yeah, but here's the thing. I don't think it's sad. I think there's a lot of it's pretty fucking cool. They took something that we all know and love, and that we as gun collectors admire, and they said let's turn this into something that works. And so for people like us that love the gun stuff and the geek stuff, Guns and Geeks podcast every Monday and Wednesday night. They took
Shameless
that.
plug.
Yeah, exactly. They took that and they made something cool out of it. And so you can appreciate it as a geek, you can appreciate it as a gun guy, and there's a lot of cool shit to that. I mean, so I'm glad they did it. You know,
Did you ever
Absolutely,
see
no
the
argument
Jerry
there. It's so
Mickle
cool.
video where he's actually shooting a DL-44?
wait, what?
Jerry Mickle, I think that's how you pronounce his last name.
Miculek.
He got a hold of that one. Yeah, he got a hold of that one that somebody took an original C96 and turned
modified it.
Yeah, they modified it so it still shoots the original round and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Yep.
that's cool. That's sweet.
That I love that video. I've watched it several times, and if you haven't seen it, let me see if I can find that, and I will post a link. But it is just one cool video.
As Jerry Miculek would say, get some.
Let's see. There, that was easy enough. Give myself a strike here. Let's opening a history channel.
I still couldn't believe you were showing those Transformer toys and how cheap some of them were.
Yeah, I know.
But for anybody that hasn't seen that video, I'm posting a link to it out in the chat. Take a look at that. It's actually a very good video. And he even gets into the did Han shoot first argument a little bit there.
Which he did.
Well, yeah, he did. There's no doubt about that.
But that's a Han thing. But that's a Han thing.
I want to know how that whole thing started to begin with, because if you watch before they redid Star Wars, if you watch the original, that guy never shot a shot. He was just banging, it was over.
Well, then that's probably his problem.
Yeah, well, it was his problem. He died. But so, Matt, have you heard anything about whatever movie they're coming up with next for Star Wars?
No, not really.
Didn't Angry mention something?
I mean, they're finishing off the trilogy with the last one, which J.J. Abrams is going to come in and finish off. But outside of that, I have no fucking clue. Because here's the thing that sucks, right? Like Solo, and I maintain Solo was a good movie. I loved Solo. I thought it was a fucking great movie. I had a lot of fun watching it. It was just good and fun. But because of all the controversy where people were hating on Last Jedi and, Lucasfilm decided to say fuck you to the fans because they didn't give a shit that people didn't like The Last Jedi. And they just called anybody who didn't like The Last Jedi. They just said, oh, you're a misogynist racist. And people were like, wait, no, I'm not. That's not why I don't like the movie. Let me explain why. And Kathleen Kennedy and everybody else went, no, fuck you. We don't care the details of why you didn't like it. We just think that if you didn't like it, you're a racist.
Gee, what a shock. The left yelling and screaming like a bunch of banshees over something they don't like.
Yeah. So when Solo tanked because they wouldn't listen to the fans said, no, it has nothing to do with race, has nothing to do with misogyny, has nothing to do with any of that stuff. This is why we didn't like The Last Jedi. And by the way, coming from a person who actually did like The Last Jedi, like I did like it, but I thought it was a good movie. But I understand why people didn't, right? And Lucasfilms basically told the fans to go fuck themselves. And so Solo bombed because Lucasfilm told the fans to go fuck themselves 6 months after the last movie that pissed everybody off came out.
Probably not the best thing to say to fans.
No, it wasn't the best thing to do. It was fucking stupid.
Yep.
And now that and here's the shitty part about it. They canceled the fucking Obi-Wan movie with Ewan McGregor, which is the movie everybody fucking want. The fans wanted a Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan Kenobi movie that fills in the gap between what was the episode 3 and episode 4. They wanted that movie. They wanted Ewan McGregor for that movie. And everybody wanted it. The fans wanted it. Everybody wanted that movie. I wanted that movie. And because Solo tanked, they went, oh shit. Well, I guess movies that aren't a part of a trilogy don't do very well, so we're not going to make this movie anymore. And that's the problem we face now. Like, Lucasfilm did some shit in a movie that the fans didn't like. And when the fans said, hey, we don't like this shit, they went, that's just because you're a bunch of racist misogynists. And the fans went, well, no, these are the reasons why we didn't like it. Let me explain why we didn't like it. And Lucasfilm still said, fuck you, you're racists. And then they made Solo, and then people went, well, if you're going to call me racist and a misogynist and a sexist and all this shit, I'm not going to go see your new fucking movie. And then they didn't. And this new movie, Solo, which was actually a good movie. I did see it. It was a good movie. It didn't make any fucking money, comparatively speaking, to how much they spent to make it and market it. And so now Lucasfilm goes, oh shit, people don't like these spin-off movies, so let's not make the Obi-Wan movie. And instead of going, oh shit, people don't like when we talk shit about our fans, so let's not do that anymore. They go, oh no, you just don't like these spin-off movies. No, you're a bunch of fucking idiots. Don't fucking insult your fans.
It's amazing. It's amazing how they twist their mistakes onto somebody else like it's their fault.
I know. It's so fucking stupid. You fucked up. You and your left-wing political agenda just fucking had to say that if somebody didn't like the movie you made, it must be because they're racist and sexist. Well, no, it's not. It's because you made a shitty movie that a lot of people didn't like. So fix that. Oh, no, we don't want to fix that. We just want to call you a bunch of racists. Like, it's so fucking stupid. And then they bring out the next movie, and it tanks because people are pissed off at them. And it was. Look, I maintain Solo was a good movie. I loved Solo. I've watched Solo many times. I have a blast with it. I think it's a great movie. I think they did a good job. But I also completely understand why it tanked at the box office. Because Lucasfilm sat there and insulted their base. They called their base, the people who have supported their movies, they called them a bunch of fucking racists and sexists. Well, if you're going to do that, of course, you're not going to fucking make money when you put out a movie. And then, to make matters worse, you decide to say, oh, yeah, well, I guess you don't like the spin-off movies. No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying stop calling us fucking racists. That's why we didn't go see Solo.
They hear what they want to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
It's unfortunate.
It's Hollywood. It's Hollywood politics.
Which makes it even worse.
Which is two things that really shouldn't go together, especially when you talk about science fiction.
Well, look at the 1 full year or the almost the 2 full years that the people were telling them, stop giving us your fucking opinion, get on stage, act, make me laugh, make me cry, do whatever it is you do for a living, and shut the hell up with the rest of that bullshit. And they continue to this day with that nonsense. You're not a politician. I don't want to hear your politics. Entertain me.
Now, I read somewhere where somehow or another they're supposed to be bringing Luke back for the next movie. How they're going to do that if he's dead, I have no clue. But
what I want to know is how are they going to do that when, like Matt said, they canceled the Ewan McGregor movie? Because that really shit comes first.
I've heard several different rumors. One of the things that I heard was they're just going to redo the whole second movie. How the fuck they going to do that? I don't know. It don't make sense.
They brought J.J. Abrams in and already got that shit straightened out. They're gonna try and have him come in and clean everything up, and so they're not gonna redo shit.
I'm still wondering how they're going to bring back Mark Hamill. Period.
They're not going to. At most, he'll be a Force ghost.
Yeah.
Which is fine. See, here's the thing. And again, you're talking to somebody who didn't hate Last Jedi.
I didn't hate it either. I thought it was good.
I thought it was a good movie. I thought there were some mistakes made. You know, I would have changed some things, but how they treated Luke, made perfect sense to me. They basically had Luke play the Yoda part in the movie. Yoda was a fucking dick to Luke in Empire Strikes Back. If nobody remembers and wants to, you know, glorify that shit, then you're misleading yourself. Yoda was a grumpy fucking asshole to Luke. And that's what Luke was to Rey. And to me, it made perfect sense. You know, Luke went through this horrible thing where he tried to start a Jedi Academy again as somebody who had never been properly trained. It's not like he was the greatest Jedi in the world. He was just the only one left, right? Like, he got his ass kicked in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. His dad had to save him, okay? Like that, he was not a great Jedi. He was just the only one left. And he starts a school doesn't turn out right, and he gets discouraged, and he turns into a bitter old man. It made perfect sense to me, personally, you know, in The Last Jedi. I had no problems with how they treated Luke in that movie, you know? But a lot of people fucking did. I don't know why. People
Yoda
because
was a little
they
dick, but at least he
Luke
looked like
to
one.
be the main hero. That was it. They expected Luke to
I understand. I grew up with Luke Skywalker just like we all did. But when you really go back as an adult and examine those first three movies, Luke was trying. He wanted to be the hero, but ultimately, I mean, you know, he wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, what happened in The Last Jedi made perfect sense. Look, I can talk shit about Mary Poppins Leia. I can talk shit about adding characters like Rose that made no sense in the movie. But when it came to how they treated Luke, that I was 100% on board with how they treated Luke, because it made perfect sense. Everything we know about him, what he's gone through.
The only thing I took issue with the whole Luke thing was I wish they would explain exactly why he died. You know, after you see the fight between him and Ren,
they dropped
he
him.
just vanished.
Look, they created something for the movies, and you know, I mean, look, as somebody who read all the books from the 90s, okay,
See, I never read any of these books.
I read all that shit, but no, I'm going to back you up here. As somebody who read all the books from the 90s, the idea of projecting yourself across the galaxy, it just wasn't something that came up. Like, that wasn't a thing. So they created this new thing, you know, projecting yourself across the galaxy. And then they made a point to, you know, point out that this was something that was so hard that you had to be, you know, if you did it, you would probably die. It would take more power than anybody could ever do. And then, you know, with Snoke, you know, they even made a point to say, well, Snoke connecting, just him, he didn't project himself anywhere, but him using the Force to connect Kylo Ren and Rey to where they could talk to each other, which he did throughout the entire movie. That was something that must have taken a lot of, you know, willpower from him. And so, of course, Luke projecting himself to the point where he could have a lightsaber battle with Kylo, that would have taken everything out of him, because it's just one of those acts that take a lot out of anybody who uses the Force. So it made sense, right? From that perspective, they tried to lay the groundwork in the movie to say doing this would wipe you out. It would just, you know, it would completely just, you know, decimate you. Yeah. So they laid the groundwork there. And then when Luke did it, and he didn't just connect a couple people, he projected himself and had a fucking lightsaber battle, you know? Like, he went a step beyond anything we'd seen. So it made sense to me that they did it. It's not that I necessarily liked it, but at least I can look at it objectively and go, well, they laid the groundwork there within the movie to say this is something that could wipe you out and kill you. If you put too much of yourself into it, it could seriously fuck you up. And that's what happened to Luke.
I just want to say, Yoda was a dick, but at least he looked like one.
Yoda's always been. Since we first saw him in Empire Strikes Back, Yoda was an asshole.
Yep.
It was one of those things. I liked Yoda more in Last Jedi than I did in the prequels, because in the prequels he was all high and mighty and all this kind of shit. When we first meet him in Empire Strikes Back, he's kind of a little dick.
Well, don't forget, they also had the good stuff back then.
Yeah, that's true. But so it, again, going back through, it made sense why Luke was the way he was in The Last Jedi. It made sense why Yoda was the way he was, because Luke had only been around 2 Jedis his entire life. Obi-Wan for about, what, 5 days before he died, who taught him nothing other than not to get shot in the ass by a droid robot while he had, the blast shield up on his fucking helmet. And then, he knew Obi-Wan, or he knew Yoda for, I think if you go and do the research, it officially says he was training with Yoda for like maybe 2 weeks.
No, it didn't feel like it was that long.
No, it didn't feel like it was that long. But if you do the research, it's like, oh, I think it's 2 weeks. But so, he knew jack shit about being a Jedi. He didn't know a fucking thing. Like he was the most like there were, if you go back to the prequels, there were fucking 6-year-olds who knew more about the Force than fucking Luke does his entire life. Right? So
That's
to
true.
get all butthurt and pissed off that Luke would never get upset and turn away from the Force. Yeah, he fucking would, because he didn't know shit about it. It made perfect sense to me as a watcher going into this, as somebody who loves Star Wars. It made perfect sense to me to look at Luke. He was the only one left. He was thrown into it. Obi-Wan died like a few days into trying to bring him into it. So he didn't get any training from Obi-Wan. And he got almost no training from Yoda because he decided to leave at the end, and go to Bespin to save them, and then wait God knows how many months to come back. And by the time he came back, Yoda was dying. He had no fucking training. He was not a Jedi. He called himself a Jedi, but he didn't have it. He got his ass kicked in Empire and in Return of the Jedi when he faced off against his father. His father had to save his fucking ass. Like, he was not experienced. And then he goes off later and tries to start a Jedi Academy. Fuck no. So, yeah, it made sense to me that he ended up where he was in Last Jedi.
We're lucky he didn't turn to the dark side, because he was really pissed off.
Yeah, so I get all the criticisms about Last Jedi. I get the Mary Poppins, Leia, and there's many criticisms that I myself have about the movie. But when it comes to Luke Skywalker, I don't have a criticism about that. It makes perfect fucking sense. That's who he was.
Yeah, the whole spacewalk thing with Leia has always just irked the fuck out of me.
Fucking stupid. It really is fucking stupid. Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous.
Whoever came up with that, because I don't care how much of a Jedi you are.
It must have happened before she actually died, and then even with that, it's still stupid. It's still stupid.
Yeah, that's one of the things that made me scratch my head and go, "What the fuck?"
Weren't they near the planet Krypton? That must have had some effect on it, right?
Probably.
Yeah, they had a big red sun there.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. Leia was a Kryptonian.
She was a Democratic.
That explains everything right there.
She was the liberal Kryptonian. That's the only reason she could fly.
Leia, Hillary.
Hey, come on now. We ain't talking about Thunder Cunt.
You didn't see in the movie when she started flying, she looked exactly like Hillary.
That's true. I gotta say, it is true.
That was their last hope.
Now I'm gonna have to delete this chat because you've done ruined it. You mentioned Thunder Cunt.
Thunder cuts. Oh,
John, because you're in here, how disappointed
that I didn't get a blaster?
She didn't get the bonus.
I'm very upset. Ellis, you done me wrong.
Ellis,
I tried. Hey, it was 2 votes to not strike.
Well, your cousin's the one that fucking cheated, so go handle it.
Yeah.
Hey, you accused me of it.
Just the once, because look, I'm just saying, I know what that sound means.
Well, yeah.
My question is,
and I don't deny that I was using Google, but not for that. I was sending not strike pictures of guns.
My question is, was Night Strike Googling it for himself, or was Ellis Googling it for Night Strike?
That was the sound you heard.
No.
And I was actually Googling guns for Night Strike because he was talking about getting that 320.
I don't know. I heard Putin's name there somewhere.
Putin. How the hell did you hear Putin?
You and Putin, man.
Uh-huh.
You messed me over for Night Strike. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, well, sorry, man. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Well, at least it wasn't some Chinese spy driving you around for 30 years.
The next time Matt does something like that, I'll try harder. By the way, what are you doing next week? You got any plans?
Who?
Matt.
What?
What are your plans for next week's show? Do you have anything worked out yet, or any ideas?
No idea yet. I don't know.
Any rant videos planned?
Shit. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna do an Alex Jones video.
Oh yeah.
Well, we was talking about that before you got in here. We come to the conclusion that Facebook, if they're going to be what they are and claim that everybody has a right to say what they want on their platform, then they have no right to silence anybody for saying anything.
You guys know I don't like Alex Jones, right?
Oh, well,
yeah.
I don't either. I'm not a huge...
That's not unknown. But here's the thing. Nobody goes to Facebook because of Facebook. Nobody goes to YouTube because of YouTube. Nobody goes to Twitter because of Twitter. You go to these social media websites because you have chosen to go there and associate with the people that you want to associate with, or the voices that you want to associate with. Here's the thing, and I'm going to throw this out there. I am fucking Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. Those motherfuckers aren't anything. Okay? Mark Zuckerberg, he ain't nothing. He created an algorithm. Okay? He's not Facebook. You know who's Facebook?
We are.
Facebook. Okay? If we're not there to cause the interaction, to create the content, then nobody gives a shit about Facebook. Okay? And I don't even fucking like Alex Jones. But he has every fucking right to be out there on social media. Okay? Okay? It's like going back to the 1800s and saying, oh, well, you're a newspaper. You should be able to not publish these people that you don't like. No, fuck you. Freedom of the press, freedom of speech. If the communication of the day is social media, you have the right to be on social media. And
amen.
And Alex Jones, I don't agree with, but he has the right to be there and to make his voice heard, because guess what? Facebook is nothing. It's an algorithm. It's some fucking ones and zeros in a fucking computer. It doesn't make shit. If the people you want to interact with aren't there,
you're not going to be there.
Facebook is nothing. Yeah. Right? Facebook is not a place you want to be. Okay? So it doesn't matter whether you do or don't like him. The fact of the matter is some people do. And some people only go to Facebook because he's there. Some people enjoy their Facebook experience because he's fucking there. Okay? So fuck Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and all these places who want to say, well, we can no, fuck you. You don't judge shit because you mean nothing. YouTube means nothing. YouTube is just a fucking set of servers. That's all they are. People don't go to YouTube because of YouTube. People go to YouTube Because of the people who provide content there. That's what YouTube is. It's a platform to provide content. They provide fuck all themselves.
Hey,
Twitter
Matt.
provides nothing. Facebook provides nothing. We do that shit.
Hey, Matt.
Yes.
You got a whole bunch of fuck you videos there. Plus, you got a whole bunch of videos saying I am Facebook, I am YouTube,
Yeah.
I am Twitter.
Absolutely.
You know, I think you want to do that. Do the whole I am Facebook, I am social media. I think that would be a
that shit. I should not be doing that. I should be one of many, many people who do that.
well. I agree with you.
Doing that shit
This is true.
because
Well-
we are fucking Facebook and YouTube. Not fuck Mark Zuckerberg. Fuck ABC Corp. Fuck Google. They are not YouTube and Facebook. That's not what they are. We are. Without us, they are nothing. They're fucking nothing. We should
You know
all
what?
do videos on this shit. We
You
are
know
Facebook. We are YouTube. We are Twitter. We are Instagram. Without us, they are nothing. They have no money. They have no power. They have no nothing. We are the content creators. Whether it's a fucking 30-minute video or an hour-long documentary, or whether it's a fucking 120 character tweet, it doesn't matter. We are the reason that they exist. Period.
That
That's
they
what
even
we are.
continue to exist.
Without us, they have nothing.
Well, how about this? How about we do this, Matt? We do a hashtag.
Hang on. I got to stop you right there. Just understand, I've been drinking, and nothing you say right now will I remember tomorrow.
Well, don't worry about it. I know how to get you.
I mean everything I'm saying right now, but understand, I was drinking the last hour of my chat. I'm still drinking now. I'm not going to remember a fucking thing y'all are saying. So, you're going to have to remind me. I'm just putting that out there right now.
Oh, don't worry about it. I've got your Facebook. I know how to get a hold of you.
All right. Keep going. Tell me.
We are social media. How about that? Hashtag we are social media. Period.
I do. I like it.
And that will be the battle cry for the next little while. How about that? We are social media.
I like it.
Yep. I like it too.
So, guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, I want everybody out there that puts out content to make a video, make several videos, and hashtag it we are social media, and tell them exactly what you think of them.
I'm just
And
gonna cut and paste Matt's.
let's get a movement started to let them know that that might be their platforms, but without us, they ain't shit.
Nothing. If Facebook has nobody that wants to go in there and interact with other people, they have nothing. If content creators aren't going to YouTube to create content that people want to watch, YouTube means nothing. And they have forgotten this.
Well, let's the little people that we are show the big people that they don't have all the control. And every great movement starts with just a few. If you don't believe that, take a look back in history. The United States wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a few very brave and determined gentlemen who decided to stand up and say, "Fuck you, England, no more."
There are people doing that to this very day in England.
Oh yeah, well, them poor bastards. There's very little hope for them. They're already stuck there.
And they're also being stepped on as well as having any rights.
Oh well. And me and one of the guys at work, one of the Mexicans, got into a discussion about that the other day. As a matter of
He's
fact,
Mexican.
he's
Who?
Mexican
How do you know?
because he told me.
Mm-hmm.
You
But
know,
does he live in the United States?
well, yes, he's
So
Then
he's
he's
here on a
not.
work
American.
visa. He's here on a work visa.
But
Yeah,
he's
but
not.
he's legally here, so he's American.
Yep, he's not
He's
Mexican.
not.
Stop,
He's
stop being
not an American citizen.
Stop
How
being
about that?
racist. Stop being racist.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
stop
I'm
it.
being racist. I'm being
Ellis,
racist by calling somebody
Ellis,
exactly what they are. Okay,
Ellis,
No, I'm
Right.
stop it.
But
Stop it.
but you know, I guess if I call a Chinaman, I'm being racist too, right? Okay, well, whatever.
wait. What did you
My
say?
show, damn it. I'll call people what I want. Baldy.
Who are you talking to, me or Matt?
Matt or Gary, either one.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm bald. I'm as bald as the
He
rest of
still
you. So.
can't come up with a good roast, so he's
Yeah.
trying. But
Well, Matt, here's the thing. The next time we do a roast, you're going to be on the panel roasting, so you don't have to worry about it.
No, I like the way you had it last time. You just started trying to insult everybody, and you really, I don't know.
Well, I tried to do a roast, and everybody else was twiddling their fucking fingers. I was like, what the hell?
That and all these people trying to say nice shit to him. It's like, is this a roast or what, man?
And Ellis
Or
is
is
going,
this funeral?
"You're an asshole. You're an asshole. You're an asshole."
I was like, come on, guys, fucking roast somebody. See, all these guys come off like they're assholes, but ain't none of them really assholes. I'm the fucking asshole. God. I'm going to have to find some hardcore sons of bitches to do a roast next time. Because apparently the ones I had last time ain't
Well,
got
you-
them.
I did my best.
You need me on the roast. That's the problem.
Well, you will be there for the next one. I promise you.
All right.
And
Who we roasting?
I'll get you and Yankee on there together, and somebody's ass is going to get toasted.
I thought you said roasted.
Well, that too.
Roasted and
Good
toasted.
idea. I'm good.
Yeah.
Can I get
Yeah.
some butter on that?
Who's our victim?
No.
Night Strike?
No, God, no.
No, Night Strike can't handle it. No.
Apparently, we got to do a fucking bracket to figure out who needs to be roasted next.
Well, we can do that. We
Oh,
can make
that's
that decision
actually really
tonight.
good.
We can make that decision tonight. It's not real difficult. I didn't have anything else fucking planned for this show. So, how about this? I'll throw 5 names out, and we'll pick one of the people out of those 5 names to roast.
Do it to it. Let's go.
Okay.
Travis
Name
P11.
one. No, Travis P11. Well, see, the problem with that is his school starts back next week.
Fucking
So
nice. You can't. I've met that motherfucker in person. Been talking to him for 2 years. He's too fucking nice. You can't. roast.
I know.
okay. How about Clover Tech? We could do Clover.
All right.
Ghost.
Who's the rest of the names? Come on.
John Z.
Clover. Clover, Ghost, Midnight Range TM.
Oh,
Tartar.
definitely.
Oh yeah, that's an easy
Midnight
one.
Range, yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
that's an easy one.
Who else?
Two more. Guys, help me out here. I'm looking in the chat. Throw me 2
Alan
more
B.
names.
Pro.
Alan,
Alan B.
okay.
Pro, yeah, there you go.
Alan B. Pro, and we need 1 more.
Yankee.
Yankee. Would Yankee do it though?
No.
I think he would be a roastee, not a roaster, or the roaster, not the roastee. I'm gonna look out in the chat and see if they can come up with anybody. Come on, guys, let's see what you got. We need 1 name. We got Clover, we got Ghost, we got Midnight, we got Alan B. Pro. We need 1 more to decide.
Night Strike.
Night
No.
Strike, yeah.
Come
Come on. It's too,
He
Night
wouldn't
Strike is
stay
too
but
easy.
10 minutes and he'd leave.
It
He
might
wouldn't
not
stay
even
for
that
that.
long.
He wouldn't last 5. He would be gone. Hey, how about Sean?
No,
Sean
Sean is just as
Connery.
nice as Travis.
Well, this is
yeah.
true.
I was
That's
just
true.
saying we could. I was just mention Travis P because of all the reviews he does for every goddamn thing on the planet.
I think we have another vote for Yankee, but that ain't gonna work. How about Dog Body?
How about G?
Oh,
G
Yeah.
won't do it. G will not do it. I've asked him.
Do what?
Fine, Ape.
Fine, 8. Now there's one. Okay, we'll go with Fine 8. So we have Midnight Range, Ghost Tactical, Clover Tack, Fine Ape, and who was the other one? Hell, I done forgot. There was a
Oh,
fifth one, but I done forgot who.
Ellis. Can I just make a point here?
Yeah, go ahead.
The whole point of a roast is not to call somebody an asshole.
Yeah, well, no shit. But when you're the only one doing it, they're a bunch of fucking assholes.
I think we go Ghost, Clover. Who are the others?
Alan B. Pro, Fine
Even
8,
Midnight's wife says
and Midnight.
And Ellis.
No, Ellis has already had his roast.
No, not by the rest of us. So
No,
Ellis
trust
roasts
me.
himself every night.
Ellis, Midnight roasted Ellis. Midnight tore Ellis's ass up on his show that night. Gary was there.
maybe it's time for somebody else to do it.
Yeah,
I don't get cable, so I didn't see that video.
Well, it's there. Trust me. They just tore my ass a new hole for.
I mean,
for
if we really want to roast Ellis, we need to do it on Matt's show where we can get a big audience.
Yeah, exactly. So it's Alan B. Pro, Ghost Tactical, Cobra Tech, Midnight Range, and the Monkey. Fine 8.
Hey Matt.
So how are we
surprise
going to
show.
do this?
Hey
What?
Matt, surprise show next week. Invite Ellis.
I say we do one of the Marines.
Oh yeah,
Let's go Ghost.
Yeah.
You want to go with Ghost?
Yeah, we can make a bunch of crayon eating jokes.
Whoever knew the Devil Dogs was actually a bunch of Chihuahuas.
We
Anyway,
forgot Scotsman. Scotsman would have been fun.
Oh, Scotsman, yeah.
yeah, but I got a feeling Scotsman's going to be wanting to roast Jan. So
When you say roast, it sounds kind of gay. So I'm not sure exactly what you mean when you say
One
roast.
of these days,
well,
Sarge.
we are talking about Alan B. Pro.
Yeah, that's true.
We are talking about Alan, so the
Sarge.
jury's still out on whether or not he's straight, gay, bi, tri. He's something, but we don't know what. And I think he might be one of those trisexuals. He'll try anything once. Dogs, cats, horses, cows, sheep, snake. You know, just anything to put his dick in.
Snake.
It's like a sword fight with snakes.
If you ever heard this, he'd kick my ass. That's fine. Wouldn't be the first time. So let's throw it up to the audience. That's the 5 names. Guys, I'm gonna go through the room here and everybody pick a name out of the list. John Z, who you picking?
Ghost.
Ghost? Gary?
Midnight.
That's 1 vote for Ghost, 1 vote for Midnight. Never enough ammo. Did he pass out? Or did he mute his mic and forgot he muted his mic? The world may never know.
Earth to
See,
Matt, from in Matt.
The vodka has caught up with him tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen out in the chat, we're going to leave it up to you to decide. Who do you guys think we should roast? Out of those 5 names.
Wait. Hold on a second. What's your vote?
Oh, my vote? I'm going with Midnight.
Okay, Midnight wins. 2-1.
No. Matt still needs to vote, and we're going to leave the...
Wait,
He picked Ghost.
I was having a conversation with my wife. What happened? What I missed?
Okay. Who are you voting for? Which one of the 5?
Was Night Strike one of them?
No.
Yeah, I forgot already.
He gets roasted every night.
Alan D. Pro, Midnight Range TM, Ghost Tactical, Clover Tech, or Fine 8.
You know, I want to give Ghost some shit for being a Marine, but damn,
It's hard, isn't it?
I'm going midnight range.
Well,
I'm
I
changing
went
my vote.
He
Midnight range.
he loves to be out there in the chat and give people shit. It's time to bring it back to him.
Okay. So
pretty unanimous.
no, well, all of us have went with midnight range. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave the rest up to the audience, and I will do this, guys. You got a choice to make. One of two guys: midnight range or ghost tactical. I'm going to count to 3. Say go, Matt. I want you to look down in there and see how many ghost tacticals you see. Gary, tell me how many midnight ranges you see.
Okay.
When I type go, folks, you type in the name. And there it is. Come on. Ain't nobody saying shit.
So far, 0.
Yeah, the audience is midnight. There's one for midnight that I see.
Wait, who am I supposed to be counting?
You are Ghost.
I got
You are
midnight.
counting Ghost.
Okay,
And Gary is counting midnight. Zorro, shut up. You're an idiot. Midnight range. So far, I've got 2 for midnight range.
Hey, are you counting them or I am?
You are.
Nothing.
Shut up.
Yet.
That's it. We are going to end this thing because, well, ain't nobody saying a word out there apparently. So it's going to be midnight range, guys.
It's all midnight. Yeah.
It's going to be midnight. So Mia, tell your husband to prepare his ass for a scalding.
And Ellis means that literally, word for word.
Oh yeah,
You
exactly.
got to find a night.
Now wait. I just like to say, in all literal sense, prepare your husband's ass for all kinds of things because I'm coming. And I mean that in every sense of the word.
Well, you know that the way you put that is going to make him real happy.
Oh, he's gonna love it.
Oh yeah, I know.
He's probably in the bathroom smiling right now.
Oh, he absolutely is.
Mia, do not hold what we say about your husband against us.
And I feel bad because Mia's awesome, but
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Look what she's married to.
yeah,
Hey, you can put up
He
with that. You can put up
He's
with
definitely
anything.
married up.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he
definitely
did.
married up.
Oh, if he married a slug, he married up. And here's the thing: like Mia's fucking awesome, so he married way up. So
He shot up, she shot down.
he should just spend all his time just fucking like saying thank you. Like really, he should just say thank you to life at this point.
Yeah, I'm telling you, every year for her birthday, he needs to pay for like a full body massage and buy her a brand new 1911, and just
Yeah.
he just needs to spoil her because he got a good one. My question is, how does she put up with him?
Well, I think honestly, as somebody who's watched him make macaroni and cheese, I think he just once in a while makes that macaroni and cheese for her, and it does the trick. Because I'm just saying, as much of a pain in the ass as he is, if you ever watch that macaroni and cheese video, shit.
Okay, so what you're saying is you would let him fuck you for the macaroni and cheese?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I will.
Oh.
Yep. I second that.
Like that's one of those. It's like, oh shit. Well, you got the mac and cheese, so
I need the bacon bits too, though.
The excuse there would be, I'm not gay. It was macaroni and cheese.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't forget the bacon bits.
I think that's how he keeps her on his side.
Macaroni and cheese. Mia, what is your favorite meal that he cooks? I think I've asked you that when we did the interview.
It's the tube steak.
I said cooks. If he cooks it, you got a problem. If he's cooking it before he gives it to her, he's got some serious kink issues he needs to be working out.
I probably okay. I'm going to stop speaking because I've
How much have you had to drink tonight?
enough.
Apparently.
I'll just say enough. And so I will probably say some inappropriate things at this point.
Well, that's fine. You can say whatever you want. This is a Hatfield chat, remember? We don't give a fuck here. We really don't. We have no fucks to give, ladies and gentlemen, consecutively. None of us. Well, maybe Gary, because George pulls the strings over there.
That's true.
Yeah. So if George gives a fuck, then Gary has to. And I don't think George gives a fuck either.
Not most of the time he doesn't.
So we're all fuckless around here.
Hey, leave the cox pussy alone.
Hey.
I'm far from fuckless.
Well, we have proof of that. We've seen the lap dance Ghost gave you.
It was great.
Yeah, I have
Ghost
photo evidence of said dance.
Yeah. But you should have had real evidence of that, but you were too much of a pussy to come out there with us.
Well,
What are you talking about? He printed a full life-size wall poster.
And then don't forget,
He sent his proxy out there.
for those of you that don't know, Sandhill Shooter, go check out his channel. The night we did all the gun channels karaoke, which I posted on my channel, we went back to Sandhill's hotel room, and I gave him a little dance too. So
there's all kinds of freaky shit going on there, wasn't there?
all kinds.
You just having a blast. Are you going to be there? Are you going to be there this year in November?
I don't know about November, but I mean they do want to make her twice a year. In the spring, yes. I don't know about.
I was talking about Tulsa.
I'm sorry. Well, Wanamaker, yes.
It's Tulsa, yeah.
That's Tulsa.
Yeah, that's right. What am I thinking?
Yes, I'm planning on, April or, March, April, May, whatever it is. I don't remember. But I don't know about November.
Well, I'll tell you, I was planning on going in November, but I can always change that because I can open-ended tickets, Because I'd like to be there with when you're there.
Well, I know you.
I might hold. Well, I might hold off until you confirm whenever you're going to be there.
I will more than likely not be there in the fall, but in the spring, February, March, whatever it is. That's more than likely when I'm going to be planning my time to go there.
Okay. Well, then I'll just hold off until then.
I think the only person I know that said they might go, but they're going to be flying in a cycle. So I don't know anybody else for sure yet that's going.
Well, Mia says that they might be going in the fall.
For November?
Well, Mia, why don't you just hold off until the other show in February, March, whenever it is?
April.
Or whatever. Hold off until then, and we can all meet up there. Hell, that gives you a year to save up for it. Or a little less than a year, which it wouldn't be bad. Guys, I am going to cut this one off. We've been going for painful. Yeah, we've been going for over an hour and a half now. So I think that's plenty. Remember the hashtag that I posted earlier? We are social media. I want everybody on here that puts out content, Gary, John, that includes you, because I know you both put out content from time to time, to make a video in the next couple of weeks stating that we are social media. That's the hashtag to use. And let's get this thing going. Let's let them know that without us, they are nothing. It might be their platforms, but we are the ones that generate their money. We are the ones that pay their bills. We are the ones that puts food on their table and pay for their multi-million-dollar houses. So let's get this thing going. Hashtag we are social media. Spread the word. Let's get it out there, guys. Let's get this over on Facebook. Let's get this over on Twitter. Let's get this out there to everybody. I want to see YouTube lit up. I want to see Facebook lit up with "We Are Social Media" hashtags. They need to understand that we're not going to stand by and just let them silence people because they feel like silencing people, no matter who they are, whether it's YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and I'm not sure if MySpace still exists or not, but that too. You know, it's just it's time. It's time we took some kind of a stand, and why not do it now? Gary, you got anything to plug?
Oh, as always, check out the Gizzard Gary channel. Visit my website at gizzardgary.com. Join gunchannels.com. It's a great organization. Visit guntube.org and like, share, and subscribe to the Outlaw Hatfield. Thank you for the invite, sir.
Hey, you know you are always welcome, Gary. Gary, you are the official co-host of this show.
Thank you.
So, and any of the Outlaw shows here, now, and in the future. John Z, what's going on with you, buddy? You got anything planned?
What the cock said, I second that motion.
Well, we always know that you like to second the cock.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're weird like that.
Give it to me, baby.
Yeah. Okay, none of that crap. You two need to go find a room someplace. I got a feeling
Thanks
if
for the
Gary
invite,
comes
by
back
the
to
way.
Tulsa, him and John's going to be shacked up together for a little while.
Well, thanks for the
Hubba,
invite.
hubba. Hey, not a problem, buddy. You know you're always welcome here.
Well, Ohio 45 ACP. I stayed with him in the room, and that was a good time, too.
Uh-huh. I bet it was. Anyway, guys, y'all have a good one. Remember, next week we're doing a show on mental illness and firearms. Hopefully, I can get a decent panel going that's willing to discuss these matters. Tomorrow, I'm going to be going back to the lake. Not sure if I'm going to be able to get on or not. My phone is iffy when I go out there. Sometimes I get a really good signal. Sometimes I don't get any signal at all.
That
So
was pretty good last time.
yeah, it wasn't bad last week, but the week before, man, it was my phone actually overheated, and that's just weird. Let's see what else I got going. Oh, tomorrow I'm going to pick up my Shield M&P. So
Awesome.
M&P Shield, whatever. So I'll have that to show y'all. Probably, if I make a video tomorrow, I'll show y'all tomorrow. So we're going to pick that up, and then we're heading straight to the lake. So, and that's it for the night. I appreciate everybody for being here, guys. I appreciate both of you. Y'all get some sleep. Have a great day tomorrow, and remember, check out gun channels.
Shall not be infringed.
Give him the bird.
Oh yeah, always give them the Gary. Take care, guys.
We are social media.
Good night, Felicia.
Hashtag.